What's up?
What's up?
Morning.
We got to get the. Remember the old? I think it was like in the '90s. The "What's Up" guys, the commercials. With
What's
the
up?
Bud Light. We got to do that for an opener one day.
I was more partial to the frogs or Spuds
The frog.
McKenzie.
Yeah.
Frogs.
The frogs were pretty funny.
They were. Those were funny. What's up, gentlemen?
What is up?
Is it still frozen down there, Jay?
No, we're getting a monsoon now, apparently.
I don't think your mic's working.
It just sounds
Muffled.
fuzzy.
Sounds very
Yeah.
muffled. Anyways.
Yeah, it's raining
I
here
don't know
too.
what you're talking about. My settings don't ever reset every time I jump back in.
Yeah, it's been raining here since yesterday. It's not gonna hopefully all the snow will go away, but that's about it. We had about 2.5 feet of snow.
2.5 feet. Ooh, crazy.
Michigan winter, man. Did you get any snow, Trey?
No, we didn't get any. My wife's uncle did though. They're a little bit more north though.
Okay.
They're in like the Huntsville area. Huntsville's more likely to get snow than like we are because we're just a little bit too close to Birmingham, I guess.
Okay.
Just in the middle there, where we never get snow.
Hey, I'd be okay with that. I really would.
You say that until you have tornadoes.
Yeah, that's true. I'd rather have snow than tornadoes.
And the humidity.
Yeah. You'd be going out in the summer and it's like 90 degrees and you get hit with the wall.
The day I drove down to Nashville, when I moved down to Nashville, I got there. It was like 9 in the morning. It was like 100 degrees and 100% humidity. Like at 9 a.m. Like
Yeah.
I got out of my car because I finished my drive. I left super late, so I finished my drive the next morning. And I pull into Nashville, and it looks like a cloud is just over the entire city because that first drive you coming in over, and then you see the whole city.
Yeah.
And I get out of my car, and I'm like, just like can't even breathe. It's so freaking hot.
You know how you take that shower
I was like,
in the morning?
Shit, what did I do? Why did I move here?
You know how you take like that shower in the morning, you feel like so fresh and like refreshed.
Yeah.
And then you step outside, it's like I'm already covered in sweat. Cool.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yep. Yeah, it takes about 10 minutes for that thing to go away, for that feeling to go away there. So what do we got today, gentlemen?
Speaking of some kind of feeling, Joe Biden must be feeling some kind of something.
Teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the men in America unless you want to get the benefit.
What? Play that again. What did he say? I missed it.
Subtitles.
Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the men in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Unless you want to get the benefit.
Yeah, I have no clue why he was saying
Don't
that.
mess with the women of America unless you want to get the benefit.
Well, that's how you know there are plants in the audience because they started cheering. There's no way they knew what the hell that guy said.
Well, they're just cheering because he's a Democrat. Obviously, like that's the point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what he says; they'll cheer.
What was the thing that pops up when the subtitles doesn't work? It just says unintelligible.
Well, sometimes there's like strange noises. I love when it does that. It's like it can't caption it, so it just says strange noises. That's what Joe Biden's caption is.
The one thing that the press has done for Biden, which has been pretty funny, is that if he rambles like that, they'll say Joe Biden was saying, and then they'll fix it,
interpret it.
Yeah, they'll interpret it. Every time they'll do that. So I bet you if you look at a transcript of that speech, the White House will completely fix it to what they want it to say.
Oh yeah.
Don't believe your lying ears.
Speaking of believing your lying ears, though, the title of this this show is definitely apt for what's going on here. Old Nimrata, Look at this. Well, let's read the tweet first. I've got bad news for the political establishment. I'm not going anywhere except to my sweet South Carolina. After you just called them racist, wow! Like she literally just called her own constituents.
She was
racist.
one of the ones that like kicked off the whole let's cancel the Confederate flag thing. That whole controversy started in South Carolina when she was governor.
Yeah. Yep. Well, she was saying,
and then she took the statues down too.
In a speech the other day. She was saying it was like after some shooting that happened, like that she went after the Confederate flag. I'm like, okay. I mean that like.
Wait, was Charlottesville, South Carolina?
No. It was the one where the
no,
I don't even know the guy, but apparently some like white kid shot up a black church. That was the one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember names. I don't care to repeat, but
was that Dylan?
Maybe Dylan Mulvaney. Yeah. I mean, he's mentally ill. I wouldn't put it past him.
How did he get away with it? Anyway, so let's see what on Nimrata Nikki Haley has to say. Oops, I did the picture.
Now you've all heard the chatter among the political class. They're falling all over themselves, saying this race is over.
The political class? What are you talking about? You are the political class.
Sorry.
I can't tell that boos or cheers.
I thought I was queuing it up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Did you see the old controversy with her, like her thing she's pushing now about like the beauty pageant she wasn't allowed to be in?
Yes.
In the nation. Yes. It is not the last in the nation. This race is far from over. There are dozens of states left to go.
She looks
and the next one is my sweet state of South Carolina. At one point in this campaign, there were 14 of us running, and we were at 2% in the polls. Well, I'm a fighter.
What does she actually
brag about that? Why would you brag about that? She's like it for you looking for South Carolina. Let's see.
Yeah.
I want to say she's in the 30s, and it's like Trump 50, 55, and her like 30 or something like that. Let me look at the polls.
Okay, so while you're doing that, let's listen to what Trump had to say about Miss Nimrod here.
Renovation. These are very dishonest people, and you're always fighting them. Oh, and just a little note to Nikki: she's not going to win. She's not going to win. But if she did, she would be under investigation by those people in 15 minutes. And I could tell you 5 reasons why already. Not big reasons, a little stuff that she doesn't want to talk about, but she will be under investigation within minutes. And so would Ron have been, but he decided to get out. Now, Vivek, I don't think would be at all because he's perfect, right? Renovation.
See, that tells me that Vivek is going to be VP.
I love how they do these little tricks.
I kind of hope so.
Their graphics where like DeSantis dropped out before the primary, yet they still felt the need to put him between Haley and Trump with his 0.6 votes that he pulled.
Did that have
why?
Because they want to dilute they're trying to dilute the idea that Trump won by like 10+%. Like they're trying to dilute that because Ron DeSantis, even though he was out, he already pulled because that's early voting, right? Like because nobody that would go there and then vote for. I mean, unless they're just crazy, they would still be like,
there was a bunch of Democrats that went there to vote for Haley, apparently.
So I mean, it could be never Trumpers who just like, I was never going to vote for Trump even if Ron DeSantis endorsed him, so like I'm still going to pull the lever for DeSantis, or it's just early voting. And regardless, like why show he's less than 1%? Why show him on the graphic?
Yeah.
But I just got the polls numbers. This is 538. 538. Okay, this is 538. Their polls are usually like really skewed against, they've been skewed against Trump every time that they've ever done polls. But this is a 538 poll saying that Trump leads Nikki Haley in South Carolina by 62% to 25%. So up like 40%.
Did you see the video of the two guys?
And that's an average. That's an average of like four different polls.
I gotta find this video. Did you see the video of the two guys in Chick-fil-A asking Nikki why she's spending money and she's gonna lose, and how pissed she gets?
Oh yeah.
Let me look for that one.
Oh, I posted in the chat.
Was it as bad as the one where the guy gave
DeSantis
a participation trophy? Did you guys see that one?
Oh, that was hilarious. DeSantis he was so butthurt. I don't know why he was so butthurt over that.
I mean, that would piss you off. I mean, like I'll give him credit like that.
Well, but you don't.
That's a douchey thing to do.
It is a douchey thing to do, but you don't react like that. You wouldn't give them that reaction. What I would do is I would be like, thanks, and then I'm gonna add this. Like, realistically, if I'm the politician in that situation, honestly, here's what I do: is I say thank you, but I'm not just like, I mean, this almost sounds like an Obama kind of point, but it would be like, thanks, but I'm not just participating. I'm here to win, or isn't that right, folks? Like that's what you would do. Like, you don't act like an entitled baby, like, get him out of here. I don't know. He sounded like a baby, like freaking crying.
Well, I mean, he always sounds like a bitch. Like he's never like, that's why I can't understand why people went for him. Is like he always just sounds like, I don't know, man.
Whiny. Like, he sounds like he's just whining. Even when he's doing something good, it kind of sounds like he's whining about it. Like, well, you see, the Democrats are. He has that sort of like weird twang to his voice or whatever.
The man literally has done one thing good in his entire career, and it was like open up his.
I would say he's done a couple of things, but not. I mean, the Martha's Vineyard was funny, but he didn't keep it up, and he didn't.
The way he got Disney's panties in a bunch, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
I'm here for the comedy. I'm not black-pilled. I'm clown-pilled.
But here's the Nikki Haley.
Oh, you got it? Okay, sorry, I was looking for it.
Good to see you. Nice to see you, Dean. Oh, I love that. We're gonna get off the boat on Tuesday.
Look at how pissed she gets. This is the best.
Actually, just like a tiny question. Do you think it's responsible for politicians to spend like $100 million in Iowa on TV ads, which go to mainly news stations that have lied to us for years, when there's homeless veterans out there that could use that money? When you didn't even come close to beating Trump, and you spent like $100 million in TV ad money.
Do you know my husband's a veteran?
Pause it. Okay, she can't say, you know what, you got a point. She's like, my husband's a veteran. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah,
her husband's a veteran. Like, literally, what does that have to do with anything she says after that? Like, that literally has nothing to do with this point.
Well, she's trying to tie it into the fact that he said, like, oh, like veterans are suffering or whatever. But like her husband wouldn't be a suffering veteran. Like,
he's not a homeless veteran. He's not a homeless veteran. And when he was gone, she was banging some other dude.
You salute my husband's rank.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what it is.
And do you know that when the media doesn't tell the truth, the whole reason you put commercials on is to tell the truth, because the media doesn't?
My point is, you're not going to be Trump. And all of the money you're wasting could go to better causes.
I appreciate
that. Would make the Republican Party actually.
I don't think she does.
You know what? Last I saw, it was a democracy. So we're going to keep working for a good democracy.
Working for a good democracy.
Well, even there, like, she's like, good democracy. Like, we're not a fucking democracy, you people. Like,
I mean, technically, I guess we are kind of now.
We act as one now, even though we're
well, we become one, but we're not supposed to be one. We're supposed to be a republic.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you give women the right to vote,
or run for office,
I'm more concerned with the
What up, Carlos?
I think I know why Ron DeSantis dropped out, though. Ron DeSantis, he had a good run, but I think here's the real reason why he dropped out when he was going to New Hampshire. I think he was kind of concerned when he saw this show up at his rallies here.
Party, free, party, free, party. When I say zombie, you say power. Zombie, power, zombie, power, zombie, power. When I say free, when I say time, you say travel. Time, time, time.
Sorry. Every time I see this dude, I just feel like he should be on like the back of a boxcar, like slicing a bean into smaller parts.
Isn't he the libertarian dude that ran for president? What is his name?
Always runs
Supreme.
Yeah,
Supreme. Yeah. Right there should have been my clue not to get involved in the Libertarian Party, but I still went ahead and did it for a while. Sorry.
He was the original shoe on head.
And then some woman took his shtick, huh?
Yeah,
typical. Man paves the way. Women get the benefits.
Yep.
And she doesn't even have to wear a shoe on her head, you know?
I know. What the hell?
She can call herself shoe on head without even having a shoe on her head.
So we're going to go into something here that I find very, very disturbing and important.
I'm here for disturbing stuff.
I don't know about important.
Yeah. We'll be having our coffee before the session, and you raised the coffee example. I'd love just to give you the chance to expand on that.
Basically, the coffee that we all drink emits between 15 and 20 tons of CO2 per ton of coffee. So we should all know that this is every time we drink coffee, we are basically putting CO2 into the atmosphere. One of the reasons is because most of the coffee plantation or most of the coffee is produced through monoculture, and monoculture is also affected by climate change. The quality of these nature assets
monoculture is just bad, period.
Quite rapidly.
So,
like monoculture is just bad, period, because like that's why you have to use all the fertilizers and all the chemicals, because you're not creating like a self-sustaining like environment for growing crops. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's like you're basically having substitute climate and everything, right? Oh, there's hey Corey, what's up,
boys?
Yeah, what's up, boys?
Yeah, I don't know, but so they're going after coffee now.
Well, not just that. I don't know if you guys saw the thing I shared in the group chat. Like they're throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks right now. They were saying that people that like try to grow food from home puts more carbon in the atmosphere than. Meanwhile, I thought plants liked carbon, and that's why everything's so damn green now.
That doesn't matter. That does not matter at all. I mean, okay, so like I'm older than both of you guys.
That's like the funny the Alex Jones thing. Like he was saying that one time. He's like, yeah, we need more coal, burn more coal, then it'll produce more carbon in the atmosphere, and then the plants like it, and then it'll grow more plants and stuff like that.
Yeah, photosynthesis, repeat.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, it's crazy, but it's almost kind of genius too.
Chloroform, more like boroform.
These
like
guys,
the Trump
these guys say
dropping
trust the
nuke in a
science,
tornado,
but
and
they're not
was one thing
even
that I
going
saw
with the
that kind of
science. Right?
There was that one tornado or something like that like hit like a power line or something, like it exploded, and then it hit a transformer and it exploded, and then like dispersed some of the tornado or something like that. I don't know.
That happened here recently. I don't know about the dispersing, because the heavy equipment rental place that was launched down like a block from where it was originally.
Dang.
But yeah, this stuff is so frustrating. Like I'm not an expert, but I read a lot, and like these people don't make sense.
Nothing they're saying makes sense
all the time.
It's all about control. It's just it all
Right.
boils down to, can they control us? And if they can control us, then they're happier for some reason.
Speaking of control, this was a really interesting clip. I like it's a pretty long clip, but I won't play the whole thing. But I do there are, if I can, I'm gonna scrub through and see if I can find a few of the key parts of it. But so Carrie Lake, I don't know if you've seen her in the news at all, but she's basically running. I think she's running for Senate. Is she running for Senate or as a representative? She's running for I think she's running for Senate in Arizona, and Blake Masters is running for representative now instead of Senate. So she's running a Senate campaign in Arizona, and this is what this guy here came to talk to her apparently. And
this is a long one if you don't have timestamps.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to.
Last week is right about the cartel stuff. Yeah, I said it was about ownership.
But if they're pushing a globalist agenda, I can't.
Wait here.
I guess
it's about control.
I don't know it's about control. It's about being on the team. I guess that. You know what I mean?
They want to be on the team.
They want you to be on their team.
But
you know.
But if they're pushing a globalist agenda, I can't do that. What do they want? What do they want me to do?
You want to stay out for 2 years.
This is probably the most important part of the clip.
I'll tell you what I can offer you. But I said you can do whatever you want. It's talking head, this and that. So the ask of me was, it's kind of funny. So the ask I got today from back east was, is there any companies out there or something that could just put her on the payroll and keep her out? And I said, well, what do you want to do? Like, whatever we need to do.
This is about defeating Trump. And I think that's a bad thing for our country. DeSantis is not America first.
And she goes off, and there's a whole like.
I think
I think
9:30 is another good little snippet.
You want to? Wait, what? Pause it.
Is he trying to buy her off, and she's recording it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? How is this not all over the news?
It was all over Twitter.
Yeah, it's all over Twitter.
That's where the news happened. I completely missed it.
It's like yesterday, I think.
His little comment at 9:30. It's 9:30-ish. I think is pretty funny.
Let's see here. It's not. Get that close.
Probably. Yeah. Start there.
Trump doesn't pre-approve of me.
You need a strong party to help.
I think you should go public with this and then say, "Hey,
no.
These people don't want to. They don't want.
Then I turn my key in my car and I just.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa.
She was like, "You should go public with this," and he was basically, "No." Basically insinuating that.
I think you should go public with this and then say, "Hey,
no.
These people don't want to. They don't want.
Then I turn my key in my car and I just.
In other words, he's saying they rig his car and let him get blown up if he rats on him, I guess.
Wow,
that's crazy. I didn't hear that part. I didn't watch the full clip. I watched like the up to 5 minutes, but oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, but this that was interesting because they're trying to buy her off because they don't want her to run for that Senate seat. I don't know why. But I think they think she actually can win it.
Well, they already fortified the election for governor.
Yeah, so I don't know.
We all know what fortified means.
Well,
no, yeah.
They want another neocon, and Arizona is basically turning into California light.
Because all the California people don't want to be in California to deal with the policy, so they'll just go to Arizona, and then they'll put keep their same voting policy.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Arizona has like a huge anti-gun push now. Like before, like Arizona had they're pretty lenient on gun laws, but like now there's all this shit coming up now because all the fucking Cali people moved there.
Is that Gabby Gifford? Was that her? Wasn't she from Arizona?
I know Kathy Lee Gifford. I don't know Gabby though.
She was a representative on the Democrat side that got like popped in the head, but survived. She got shot like at a speech or rally. I thought it was. I don't know. I have to look that one up.
And I'm sure they still allowed her to go vote.
Yeah. Yeah, and her husband became a huge like anti-gun dude after that. Which I mean.
Oh yeah, she was shot in the head outside of a Safeway.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I remember the Safeway shooting.
Yeah. Sorry.
Safeway.
Who shops at Safeway? Go to a more reputable place like Piggly Wiggly.
Try and save.
Try and save. No, you got to save a lot, okay? Like there's like only like 5 of those left, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there's a bunch of them up here in Michigan.
Really? Y'all have a bunch of Save-A-Lots? I only see one.
Do you guys still have IGAs?
There's a couple. I think there's one up north. But I think that's the only one left.
She lived and is now smart as the average.
Fetterman's actually making sense now, though.
No, it's by design.
Speaking of Fetterman, okay, we got to play the clip of
the clone's working.
Let's see. Yeah, the new clone apparently is not on board with the old clone's antics.
We have to make Justin edit like some Addams Family music every time we talk about Fetterman.
I already said like I said in the group chat. I'll say it here too. I said Fetterman for president. His slogan: Fetterman, the better man. It's gotta be. If he does it, that'd be hilarious.
Democratic voters. And this information in Pennsylvania, and this information.
I don't know why it's only one-sided audio.
That Twitter is not real life.
Because the news sucks now, man. Like, look, have you listened to local news lately?
Attacking you for your position on Israel.
No, I avoid it all.
Oh, it's awful. I like making fun of it. That's why I watch it.
That there is a crisis at the border does not make one xenophobic. Why do you think you've been so criticized by so many progressives?
I honestly don't understand. I don't understand why it's controversial to anybody to decide that you're going to stand with Israel in this situation. I honestly don't understand why it's controversial to say we need a secure border. I've been very clear. In fact, that was weaponized against me as Republicans in my race, that I'm very much a strong supporter of immigration. And, you know, my wife's family.
You ran against Dr. Oz. I wouldn't say Republicans in your race.
Yeah. There's no Republican in that race.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically two Democrats. Like, what?
Well, dude, the representative.
If who was the guy that was running against Oz? Dude, I wish.
I'm sorry. Oz ran against Fetterman.
Yeah.
No, I mean, who ran like in the primary? Somebody ran against Oz, and
there was there was a chick,
the black chick.
The chick.
Yeah,
okay,
she was actually very pro 2A. Also.
She was really good. And Trump went with Oz. I think if Trump would have backed her, she would have.
Not just that, like the whole like GOP establishment went after her too for some bullshit. Like I think they dug up something in the past or whatever.
No, because she wouldn't toe the line.
Right,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is like for the normies.
Yeah, she wouldn't toe the line. Well, in Texas, you have the Texas National Guard is actually building more razor wire. And they're fortifying the wall so that
God bless Texas.
I know it's like the only people fighting for
that's what it was, Justin.
Okay, that's why Trump went against her. Okay,
yeah, I think I remember that because she was a good candidate, but she kept on talking about like I don't support Trump or something. That's why he went against her. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I heard a couple interviews with her, and I actually really liked her. She seemed really good, and she had the problem is that she was an independent thinker and not into the groupthink, so she didn't like some of the things Trump said.
Well, we were talking about California earlier. Let's see how California likes their the policies that they vote for. Apparently, the businesses don't. I guess In-N-Out Burger dumps Democrat-infested Oakland. Our customers and associates are regularly victimized. By car break-ins, property damage, theft, and armed robberies. Armed robberies. Oh, okay. Like I could get theft.
Wait, how did they? I thought it was illegal to have guns and stuff.
Yeah,
how would they do an armed robbery? It makes no sense.
Dude. You see, they don't see that their logic though is going to be that they can still have guns. They're just heavily restricted. So you still have to you need to just take all of the guns away, and then everything will be hunky dory. Everybody
only have one round in it.
Yeah.
Dude, In-N-Out bailing on California is like Tim Hortons bailing on Canada.
Yes.
Yes, very much. Are they pulling out everywhere in California?
Just Oakland. Just their Oakland store. I honestly I hear In-N-Out's pretty good. I've never been to anywhere that has one.
It's good. Five Guys is better.
Okay, that's what I
But
thought.
but here's the deal with In-N-Out. Like, this is why if I lived by one, I would support one all the time. Well, not anymore because I'm on carnivore diet, but I would support them because they're 2A, they're pro 2A.
I mean, they've donated to a lot of good causes. So
during COVID, they were like, "Screw you, we're not following these restrictions."
Yeah,
I like Five Guys.
they don't.
Five Guys is
I
good.
think they fought against the.
What's wrong with liking Five Guys, Justin? Seriously, what's wrong with that? You better get on the show and tell me.
I think he's making a comment. He's saying you like Five Guys.
I am not Mark. I am not Mark Metz.
That's what it is. It's not the restaurant he's talking about.
just because I hang out with Mark once in a while doesn't mean I'm that persuasion.
Bless his heart.
Yeah, you're not friends with Brad like Mark is, obviously.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, you know the Based podcast or whatever.
Wait,
Brad
so
Palumbo or whatever.
Oh, dear God.
yeah.
Oh.
Basically, there's
Jade left.
He's gay, and then there's the that like feminist chick that pretends to be libertarian or whatever. I forget her name.
She's awful.
Hannah Cox. That's what it is.
Yeah. Hannah Cox and Brad Palumbo.
Yeah,
the Based. Like, come on, seriously. Why would you name it?
Okay. See, that's a crack on me. Yep, I didn't. Yeah, having to explain Five Guys joke is like saying B-dubs is short for Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah. Oh man, we're slow this morning, Justin. We're slow on the uptake here. Okay, give us.
I've only had one pot of coffee today. I'm destroying the planet one pot at a time. I think that's a good.
One cup.
I think that would be
a good slogan.
Ad. That'd be a good ad. Yeah,
destroying the planet. Destroying the globalist planet. One copy. Especially if you throw in the globalist in there. Like all of a sudden, it's like you get some like Alex Jones guys.
Well, I got like 15 followers yesterday because someone was complaining about Black Rifle, and I was like, Fox and Sons is completely 2A. We support 2A 100%. We'll never back down on that. And I got like 10 or 15 people started following me because of that. I got an order off that yesterday too. I was like, sweet.
That's great. Yeah. See, I think that's because there is another coffee company that's pro 2A, and I think that's why they get pretty good marketing too, because they go hard against the Black Rifle types too.
Yeah,
I think it's a SMC roast or something.
I don't know. I don't like push any agendas. I don't want to push anything, but I will speak out on the 2A stuff. Like that's the one area where I'll.
All right, try not to. Better focus. Yeah. Be safe there, Justin. I mean, save your road rage for later. You'll need it.
That's where I miss him on the show when he's driving because he's just yelling. Animated.
Yeah.
But what else we got here?
Well, apparently Stephen A. Smith, the best.
The sports guy,
sports commentator.
He is so god awful
on everything. Why is he on Howard Stern? Is what I'm curious about. Why is?
Did you see Howard Stern got COVID?
No, hell, you know what?
He did. Oh,
yeah, he got COVID.
I saw that. He was like, "Oh, finally." Was that the thing where he said, like, finally after like 4 years of trying to avoid this or something?
Yeah,
that him. That was
him? He got COVID. I'll look that up here after we play this clip here.
That was hilarious. But this is Stephen A. Smith saying he will debate Trump.
Why?
No.
You're making a lot of money.
That's right. Right there.
Doing your thing.
Stop right there. If it wasn't, listen, I'm not going to give up. I'm on Howard Stern show, man. Let me be very, very candid. I'm not giving up my quality of life to earn $400,000 a year and be stressed every day. It ain't happening. Okay, so that's right. It's that simple to me. Can I confess to you, though? I will. People going to call me crazy. Obviously, I have my show First Take on ESPN every weekday morning, right?
Yes.
It's a debate show. I would love to be in a presidential debate.
Nothing. I think you do great.
Oh my! No, I'd eat him alive.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it.
Well,
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't run for the presidency, but I'd debate Trump any day of the week.
He can't even debate sports on his own show, much less debate Trump on like actual political issues.
Yeah, I mean, the guy can't even spit out a coherent sentence.
Oh, what was it? God, what was it? He was. Oh, there's so many rants for him though that I find like I'm just like, dude, like I don't even like whatever athlete that he's like clowning, like he's trying to clown on or whatever, and I'm like, but you sound stupid, like you sound so dumb.
Sorry, I'm trying to find this clip here.
Oh, which clip?
The Howard Stern one. Hold on. We'll talk about something else.
Oh, let's see what else I can find here. Oh God. I don't find anything else really. Let's see. What did we? Oh, we can talk about this. This is just recent. There was So I don't know if you the Libs of TikTok chick. So she's kind of become a more actual figure. She's been trying to like get out and talk and do this kind of stuff as herself more than just the
I have Libs of TikTok blocked on.
I don't blame you.
I literally can't stand. It's
I
just,
don't blame you.
It's just rage porn. That's all it is. But go on.
But anyway, so she ran for school board in Oklahoma, which this is after she went all the way to a certain country and toured a certain facility, much like Elon Musk apparently did. I didn't send that to the group chat. That would have been something.
Yeah, that'd have been good to have.
I think I have it in my other chat. Or I send some to other people too, stories and stuff. But yeah, so apparently they're trying. NBC News is going after her because she won the school board. Got on the school board in Oklahoma. And apparently they're really upset about it. Let's see what they say. So Lib's a TikTok creator. They're trying to say something about like she accused of inspiring school bomb. She didn't inspire school bomb threats. I mean, they're just saying that because
say whatever they can to discredit her.
Yeah.
Because all she does, and it's not like she's like editing these videos at all. She's
just taking TikTok videos and posting them on Twitter.
Taking the videos and exposing what people are doing and saying. That's all she's doing.
Chai's on the front line showing the world exactly what the radical left is all about: lowering standards, porn in schools, and pushing woke indoctrination on our kids. It's a state superintendent. Because of her work, families across this country know what is going on in schools around the country. I mean, and that's a good thing. I don't mind that she's showing some of that stuff. You know, like you said, yeah, it is. Some of it's kind of just rage bait, where they just want you to be perpetually mad. I don't like being perpetually mad, so I try to disengage from these accounts as much as I can, because all it is. Wow, the woke did another thing. Oh, the woke did another thing. We exposed them for doing another thing. It's like, dude, I'm not really gonna focus on that. The more important thing is the what's going on around me, tangibly, like and maybe a little bit nationally. I guess I'm not really just trying to find out what's going on in some school in in Arizona or whatever. I mean, even if that's important to somebody else, it's not necessarily important to me, I guess. Like, now if it was like happening at my son's school or something like that, then that would be a cause of concern. But honestly, I'm involved enough that I would know if it was going on at my son's school. So, but yeah, apparently, one of the Oklahoma State members is saying that they're working together, but she's like, it doesn't say what county, but like she's apparently got like on some, I don't know if she got on the state board. No way. Did she get on the state board? I can't remember.
I'd be shocked if she got on the state board.
This year has been. Oh, she's named an advisor, so she's not even on the board. Like I think
an advisor.
Yeah, so she's an advisor to the state library committee. So
was that That she got appointed by the governor? Can't see that.
Appointed by the State Department of Education. That's
That's shocking that they would have appointed her on that. Although, I mean, Oklahoma's pretty conservative, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah. Oklahoma's pretty conservative.
Yeah. Thank you, STG. Thank you for your orders. We appreciate it.
Nice. Yeah. I'll probably need to get some more soon too.
Yeah, you do. It's been a good month, man. I've tripled my month from last year in January.
Did you get the you still getting some of the orders from the like market? What is it like you got a coffee shop, didn't you? You got
I have 2 coffee shops that we're in now as well. So we have 2 coffee shops selling our stuff. Yep, we're still doing stuff there. See how that goes for a while. The one coffee shop like is a little bit slower than the other one, but
hey, I mean orders are orders.
yeah, I'll take whatever I can get right now.
Oh, did you get that thing pulled up?
Oh, I don't have anything. Oh, I have
you were
Howard
looking for
Stern. Yeah, hold on. So basically, what happened with Stern was his wife went out to I think it was a concert. His wife went out to a concert, and then he got COVID, and then announced to his audience he was off for a week. I don't think anybody knew he was off for a week because nobody cares.
I mean, who really watches the Howard Stern show at this point? I don't know of anybody.
Dang it, never mind. Yeah, so he gets out and he announces that he was off for a week because he had COVID-19. He said it was the worst sickness he's ever had. Like, dude, I've had COVID a few times, and like one time was bad. The other time was like just like a really crappy cold. But yeah, so he had COVID and then blames his wife for giving it to him. I predicted by the end of the year, but
you predict what?
That him and his wife will be divorced by the end of the year because he won't leave his house. Really not leave his house.
Still?
Yeah.
What?
He's left like 10 times, he said.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
See that's like when it controls you, like like if you let it control, like, because I mean at first I was a little bit wary about stuff. You know, I'm still a little bit wary whenever a lot of people are getting sick. It's just I'm just not going to act like an insane asylum patient there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can't. You have to be smart about the way things are going. You have to make sure you're taking vitamins and whatever else and not eating crap. And
eat your horse paste and you'll be fine.
Yeah. But like like vitamin D. I never took vitamin D until after we figured out that hey, it can prevent
vitamin D and zinc.
Sick.
That's part of my everyday now.
Yeah, exactly. Or I mean, I take what's the other one I take? Oregano oil. As soon as I start feeling like any kind of sinus thing, or I start feeling like I'm going to get sick at all, I start popping oregano oil.
I've never tried that.
Helps.
I don't know if that.
It helps. It helps. I think it softens the cold at least. But it's funny how
that a few months ago because I had a bad cold because my son kept giving everything to us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do they go to daycare or school?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those places are just germ factories.
Cesspool. Yeah.
Absolute germ factories.
Well, we showed a clip from Davos earlier. This is another clip. This is them talking about how they owned the news. So
this is brilliant.
If you go back to the news, we were the gatekeepers and very much own the facts as well. Nowadays, people can go to all different sources of news, and they were much questioning about what we're saying.
When there's a big news event, a big world event, people still come to the legacy brand. We still have a lot of trust. But I think you only have to go back. I think we have to maintain that trust, and we have to work at maintaining it in a way that we didn't have to do not so long ago. So if you go back really not that long ago, as I say, we owned the news. We were the gatekeepers, and we very much owned the facts as well. If it said it in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, then that was a fact. Nowadays, people can go to all sorts of different sources for the news, and they're much more questioning about what we're saying.
Gee, I wonder why. It's not like you didn't lie to us for multiple years at a time about everything.
Yeah, literally everything that you've ever said has been a lie or a half truth or just absolute garbage.
And we just now figuring out, like we're just now figuring out a lot of this is lies that you've been stacking on top of each other, and then like your house of cards, pun intended, is falling apart, and then you're wondering why all the plebs are not just like gobbling everything you say up. Like
I feel like once they got away with the moon landing, that ever since then they've just been able to go wherever they want to go, and people just soak it up. So
yeah, I mean, everything now, like you have to really question everything. You have to question everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, you look at when people were questioning the Iraq War. It was the Democrats, and they were questioning it because it was just Bush. That's all. It had nothing to do with that. It was right, but and then of course the people on where I was at on that side then. Oh, they're just doing this because they hate Bush, but yeah, they were partially right on some of the stuff. I mean, and the no war is a good place to be in.
Yeah,
but when you're just so one-sided on your views and can't look at it from take a top-down perspective and look at it.
Well, that's why I can't get with the libertarian stuff, like because they're so just like, okay, never war. It's like okay, well, like even if someone like landed in my front yard, like I can't go to war with them. Like no. It's like no,
Well,
that's not how this works at all.
If it's only if it's your private property, you can.
Yeah. Your private property.
Yeah.
It's like if they're on my street and their tanks rolling down my street.
You can't do anything until they're on your private property.
Yeah, your private property. Yeah, it's like no, that's not how that works. No,
no. Yeah, the whole thing is just retarded. But it's like the push with the libertarians, they were like, oh well, you'll be an anarchist in 6 months. The big thing that they would say is the difference between a libertarian and an anarchist is 6 months, and it was like, dude, if we had actual anarchy,
you might do that. You might go through that phase, right? Like, but there is like if you're a critically thinking person, you are going to you may engage with those ideas because I too want to think that everyone is a rational person. Like that is a
but they're not. Nobody.
They're not. They're
like it's like 10% of the community. Oh yeah, I wouldn't even say 10%. I would say like 4%
of the population. Yeah.
To do something like that, to actually have that kind of,
and you would have to have them all in one community, like specifically.
My thought was it would always be like The Walking Dead, where there's always somebody who's trying to get the upper hand, who's taking control, who's being the warlord.
Which they don't like to hear that because they're like, oh,
yeah, and it's like, and they're like, well, it's actually never been tried, like Afghanistan, like it's tried there, and there are warlords.
They literally ran by ISIS and everything.
Yeah. So I mean, and like I love Dag, and I think he's a good.
A lot of people's hearts in the right place.
Yeah, their hearts are on SG. Your heart's in the right place. Because actually, you can take this show and we can talk about the stuff and be honest, and it's not like people aren't getting pissed off. Butthurt because and most anarchists, what happens is like you're going after their god, so they get pissed, and they can't take that, and we're just like, hey, we gotta.
That's just like James Lindsay apparently went on a blocking spree recently because he was complaining about, he was trying to he was mad about the like Christian right people and stuff like this, and he was saying like, well, we basically need to go back to good liberalism and all this kind of stuff, and so a lot of people
liberalism.
I mean,
all liberalism ends in the same way.
Yeah,
it ends with a bullet in your head in a ditch.
Well, let's hope that this guy doesn't end up that way, because apparently he's trying to speak truth to. I don't think I played this clip yet.
No.
He's talking about this is the Democrat that's running against Joe Biden,
Good.
Even though he's not actually getting any real percentage, I guess, of the vote.
I'm surprised CNN actually interviewed him.
Well, they're trying to pretend to be fair or whatever. So
yeah,
it is what it is. So let's see what he has.
We have a crisis of participation, and I got to tell you guys, I went to a Donald Trump rally a couple nights ago. Never been to one. I had an event across the street. I saw the line of people waiting in the cold for hours, and I thought, what the heck? I'm going to be a leader who actually invites people, doesn't condemn them. Met probably 50 Trump people waiting in line. Every single one of them, thoughtful, hospitable, friendly. All of them so frustrated that they feel nobody's listening to them but Donald Trump. A diverse crowd, people who had never been to a Trump event before. My party is completely delusional right now.
I mean, it's crazy that they let that air. CNN let that air.
Send me that clip. I like that guy. And he's right. I think the Republican Party is literally just as delusional.
There's conflict though. There's at least some internal conflict to
the thing that I don't understand is why they pushed RFK out. They should have I think if they would have ran with him, had made Joe Biden step down, ran with him, they would beat Trump.
Oh yeah. I think RFK, because RFK is basically, kind of like Trump without Trump,
Yeah. He is very much
he's
except for his gun
if
stuff.
If you ran Ron DeSantis against RFK, let me Ron DeSantis against Trump or RFK against Trump. That's the only problem is that the only difference I guess is that RFK reached a different audience. Ron DeSantis was trying to borrow from Trump's audience, but when you run a different, basically when you have the blue Trump, I guess there's the red, Trump is red for Republican, I guess, and then if you have a blue Trump, he's probably going to get more of the vote just because he's he is a Democrat, and especially if he was true blue, Democrat, he's going to get more of the vote just because by pure virtue of the fact that okay, he is a Democrat, and then he's going to also have the sort of anti-establishment if he's pretending to be a Trump-like figure,
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like RFK. I think he's a plant. I think he's there just to pull votes from Trump.
Probably, yeah.
I do like a lot of what he has to say. I don't trust him at all. I don't trust any of them at all. But I think that he's.
Oh, after his full heel turn,
probably. But he's been on the vaccine kick for years. That hasn't been that isn't something he jumped on.
Well, and he's fully anti-vax, which is not just fully anti-COVID vax, which is that's what the Ron DeSantis, because I think if I remember correctly, even Ron DeSantis they have they updated their vaccine schedule too for other stuff. The only thing they didn't have was the COVID vaccine. They have a bunch of.
And I think COVID's actually the least worrisome out of all the vaccines out there.
Yeah, I mean,
I really do. I think it's when you have vaccines that are.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say least.
Can't really say that.
Well, I wouldn't say least worrisome because we see what's happening. Damar Hamlin, all this kind of stuff. I wouldn't say it's the least.
What he needed some sleep. That's all. It felt tired during the game, and
he
just had to get some. He had to get a a little hospital stay just to relax, and there's nothing happened. It wasn't nothing to do with
ever
that.
Happens,
Just because cancer is shooting up through the 30s to 40 range of people. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. It happens all the time. So
it's okay. Everybody, if they're, it's okay if everybody gets these shots and they all become retarded.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. but the people are retarded.